The first that we're going to look at is the reactive customer segment, or what is also referred to as break-fix time material. Break-fix type of engagement is what it sounds like. So typically a fee-for-service model by which the customer picks up the phone whenever they have a problem, they call you for help. And then you as the MSP work on the issue, provide some sort of resolution to whatever the computer issue they're calling about. And once the issue is resolved, the customer is then invoiced at your pre-negotiated time materials rate. Under this model, the customer has no ties to your organization. There's no contracts in place, and so there's no stickiness or loyalty to you, even if you do happen to be their preferred vendor. These are typically your least mature type of customer. They're typically smaller shops that feel that they're not that dependent or reliant on their network to perform their work. If the network goes down, there's always workarounds. No one really panics. So as a result, they have a perceived lower sense of downtime. And these customers and companies, they don't feel that their network is all that complicated, not that complex, and therefore they typically don't even budget for IT spending and just prefer to call whenever they happen to need support. And they typically shy away from any sort of contract type of arrangement because they are extremely cost conscious, and they feel that being under something called a managed services contract is going to be too expensive for them. So because of all of this, they are a very unpredictable source of revenue to your business, as you really can't provide services and obviously can't bill for those services until there's a problem and really that phone rings. So when we look at what is typically being sold to these types of break-fix customers today, as discussed in the IT services area, here it's really focused on providing remote help desk support on a time material basis. Typically the MSP is using different types of remote control tools that are simple and easy to use, they're cost effective, and they're used to help solve the most common everyday IT problems. Like, we can't print, customer forgot their password, they can't log into their email, they can't connect to the VPN. And then, as discussed, because the customer doesn't have a contract, the IT service provider works to solve the issue at hand and then bill them afterwards. So it's a very transactional type of engagement. From a security, backup, cloud services standpoint, here the IT provider aims to fix whatever problem happens to pop up, regardless of whatever the solution the customer already owns. So it doesn't matter what type of AV they own, backup, what kind of cloud services they have, they'll just fix whatever the problem happens to be. At this level, the service provider's not really into selling services. There's no desire at the moment to educate, standardize their customers on a specific set of tools, primarily concerned with just fixing whatever the issue is at hand and kind of moving on from there. And from a professional services standpoint, pretty much it's involved in small projects, updating company-wide systems maybe, like accounting software or operating system upgrades, and purchasing and installing new equipment as required.